Hi, everybody. It's Elektra Yao, artist visa lawyer located in New York and New Jersey. Please feel free to like and subscribe to get the latest and up to date O-1 visa information. I provide extremely detailed information about O-1 visas because these are case types that I work on very, very, very closely. So today I want to talk about tattoo artists. I've done several videos about what sorts of artists can qualify for an artist visa, including non-traditional visa types. But today I want to talk about specifically artist visas for tattoo artists. So I think we all know about tattoo artists. We all know what tattoo artists do. Some of us may even have tattoos. And I would think that it's one of the more non-traditional types of artists that qualify for this types of visa. I think a lot of the times when you're thinking about the artist visa, you're thinking about an actor or a singer or a visual artist. Rare is it that we talk about maybe tattoo artists. We talk about chefs. We talk about marketing professionals. These are types of professionals that qualify for the O-1 visa. Now, you might say, but why would a tattoo artist qualify? They're just drawing on my skin. Well, because tattoos are a form of art. They're a very ancient form of artwork, and each country has their different style. For example, there's a specific style in Japan. There's a specific style in Bolivia. There's a specific style here in the US. And I want you guys to try to think about, the analysis that goes into determining what is something that is artistic. So something that is artistic is something that utilizes artistic principles, artistic techniques, such as, for example, style, form, cadence, depth, focus. These are artistic techniques that are utilized in creating artwork. So it's the same sort of analysis that goes for a tattoo artist. Even though the artwork is not on like a traditional canvas, it's on the body of an individual. But that should not deter you from understanding or analyzing the creativity that goes with being a tattoo artist. So you might ask me, oh, Elektra, what would go in the portfolio of a tattoo artist if they don't have traditional artwork like paintings, etc. Now, my portfolios, for those of you who follow us, for those of you who've worked with us, know that our portfolios are very tight. They're very, very specific, and they focus on the journey of an artist. We focus on the process of an artist to make you stand out. Many artists have finalized pictures of their work, but it's really the process that will differentiate you from other professionals that are applying for the O-1 visa. So different things that can go into the portfolio would be, for example, drafts, right? So sketches that the tattoo artist is doing in preparation of working with his or her client. Another thing that can go into the portfolio is, for example, the calendar. Like, how booked are you as a tattoo artist? Do you use like Google or Zoom to organize your calendar, whatever? If I can show that you have different types of people who are looking for your services, we can show that you are an in-demand tattoo artist. Another thing that can go into the portfolio is the apprenticeship. So when you before you become a professional tattoo artist, you have to undergo an apprenticeship in most countries. So that documentation, paperwork, that invitation letter, all of that goes into the portfolio. Another thing that can go into the portfolio is, I know a lot of artists or tattoo artists go and participate in different conventions, right? Different tattoo conventions. So then I would include your badge. I would include your invitation letter, include pictures of you at the convention. All of that goes into the portfolio. And for those of you who maybe don't go to conventions and maybe you're just, a tattoo artist that just does your work in your studio, then we would include actual pictures of you tattooing onto your clients, right? In addition to the sketches, we would have the pictures of you working on your client's skin, your contract with the company or your offer letter, or even your pay stubs proving that you're getting paid for this sort of work. Now, a lot of people get tripped up on payment. Payment is not a requirement for the O-1 visa. You don't need to get paid for the work that you do. It's not a requirement at all. If you do get paid, then yes, I can include it in the portfolio. We can include those pay stubs. But if you don't get paid, that is not dispositive to the case, meaning it's not something that's going to prevent you from getting approved. All of those different things go into the portfolio. Now you might ask, like, well, Elektra, who's going to sign my letters of recommendation, right? Well, this is a question that I get asked all the time, even for traditional artists. So people who can sign your letters of recommendation are clients, right? Clients confirming your expertise, clients confirming your artistry, clients confirming why they specifically sought you out for that tattoo that they wanted. Another person that kind of letter of recommendation is the tattoo parlor that is going to hire you. Why have they decided to hire you? What is it within your CV that stood out to them that allowed them to say, hey, we really want this person within our tattoo studio? Hi, Ilyas, who's watching on Instagram. Thank you for following and thank you for watching. So we would approach this just like we would approach a traditional artist. The documentation might be different just because of the nature of the work. So tattoo conventions, private clients, maybe you're even giving tattoo lessons and showing people how to utilize your specific technique. Your teaching materials would go into that portfolio. The clients, the future jobs, so the future tattoo parlors that are going to be hiring you, people that have invited you to conventions, people that have highlighted you in press. These are people that can confirm your expertise. And you can also include other tattoo artists that have reached a certain level within their career. They can also sign the letters of recommendation. Now, this is the two criteria that we are talking about, the letters of recommendation and, of course, the portfolio. But for example, the biggest issue that clients have is, what job should I get? What if a tattoo parlor doesn't want to hire me? How do I look for work? Now, as a full disclaimer, as an attorney, I cannot secure work for you. No competent attorney can do that. And number two, we are responsible for drafting the legal documents. So it's really up to you to find your employment. And no employment is secure, then you can't file the O-1 because we need to be able to prove future work. If you have no future work, then there's no need for the visa, because the visa is work authorization. It's what allows you to work and perform your services in the US. Now, as an artist, you're not just limited to tattooing in a parlor. Like I said, you could also serve as a teaching artist, right? And teach other aspiring tattoo artists how to utilize certain techniques in what they're doing. This is equally important and also permissible by law, allowing you to file as a tattoo artist and as a teaching artist. Because if we just filed you as a tattoo artist and you decided to teach a course, you would not be able to do that, since your underlying O-1 petition would not allow for that. So I just gave you a whole breakdown on the different forms of evidence that we can use for the O-1 for a tattoo artist. I really want to push you guys to learn and to understand that it's not just traditional people or traditional artists or creatives that can secure the O-1 visa. All behind the scenes people can secure the visa as well. So for example, stagehands, for example, tech crew, all these types of people can secure the O-1 visa. I want to, briefly talk about a great win that we just had. We just had a hairstylist approved for an EB-1A, so a green card, in less than 10 days without an RFE. This is extremely important because not only does it demonstrate that, again, you don't need to necessarily have worked in the US to be able to qualify for the E1A, but it can absolutely be done if you have a very, very experienced attorney working with you who is really focusing on your process, really looking for the details. I always say the devil is in the details. This is how we differentiate the case. And as a result, this one client approved her green card in less than 10 days. Excellent result for her. We're extremely proud of her to be able to continue her career here in the US. So do not shy away from the artist visa if you don't have a traditional actor, singer, dancer type profile. I am of the idea that if there is creativity being used, then you could potentially qualify for the O-1. Now, creativity is a loaded word, but the good thing is I have a lot of experience in the arts, and I also have a film degree. So I'm able to really extrapolate and identify different artist techniques that are used in the creation of something or the management of something, which is why all of my marketing clients, we call them as artists. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope this really encourages you to think outside of the box about what sorts of clients can get the artist visa. And the spotlight of the spotlight artist that we are focusing on this week is tattoo artists. So feel free to go on my TikTok, look at our videos that we've posted about our recent newsletters, just talking about tattoo artists and how they can secure the visa. If you are on LinkedIn and if you follow me, you know that I encourage all artists to be on LinkedIn. Our latest LinkedIn newsletter is talking about tattoo artists and how they can secure the visa. Please reach out to me if you want me to focus on another non-traditional artist and spotlight them next week. We have a whole series coming up of nail techs, eyebrow specialists, eyelash techs, our architects, marketing, all these non-traditional artists, how I argue them, and them securing the artist visa. So please stay tuned. Follow us on our newsletters, on LinkedIn, via email, Facebook, etc., to get inside information on non-traditional artists who are able to secure the artist visa. And as a reminder, we got our client who is a hairstylist approved in 10 days, no RFE for her green card. So you might be next. Schedule a consultation if you want us to do a deep dive into your professional profile and understand what you qualify for. Thank you, everybody, for watching.